What's up, guys? Welcome back. So on one of my last videos, we upgraded the interior LEDs on my wife's 2022 Highlander XSE to LASFIT LED bulbs. If you guys saw that video, you guys can see what a difference they make. They are one of my channel sponsors, just so you know. I like to throw that disclaimer out there, but I do have discount codes for you guys. Links will be down below this video, and along with the discount codes to save you some money if you decide to go with LASFIT. Today we're going to be swapping out all of the exterior bulbs, turn signals, reverse lights, side marker lights. I'm going to show you how to get it all done, even the license plate lights. It's all super easy. This entire process, every bulb we're going to change out, is literally probably going to take us 10 minutes or less. All right, so let me show you how to get it done. We'll start in the front of the car and we'll work our way around to the back. All right, so let's start out with the side marker lights. These are the LASFIT, the LT10A. The A is for amber. These are obviously amber lights, and these are the lights that are going to be on the side of your headlights, okay? Super simple to do. There will be links, as I mentioned, down below. So this is what they look like. They look like just like the LT10s that we use inside the vehicle, but again, they're amber instead of white. To get these, you don't have to remove anything to do this process. It's super easy. The harness that you're going to look for is right back in here. You can't miss it, okay? You're going to turn it counterclockwise. It's going to pop out that easily. We're going to remove the stock halogen bulb. Insert the LASFIT bulb, pops right in. Line it back up with the slot there, and this time you're going to turn clockwise and you'll feel it latch back into place, okay? And then just give it a little tug just to make sure, but it's that easy to do these side marker bulbs. Next are the front turn signals. To get at these bulbs, same exact thing, do not have to remove anything, and these are the T7443As. Again, the A stands for amber, from LASFIT. Now for the front turn signals, you actually could use the 7440s as well, but the vehicle calls for the 7443, that's why we're going to use these ones. Okay, the 7440s are a little bit cheaper, but they will work. It just calls for these, and I'm not going to go into what the difference is. It's a single filament versus a dual filament. I'm not going to go down that road, but just so you know, the vehicle does call for the 43s, not the 40s. All right, right back in here. Your turn signal is in the corner of the headlight right here, so you just reach under, you can feel the wiring harness. Again, turn counterclockwise, pops out that easy. Pop out the halogen, take out the LASFIT 7443A, which looks like this. Okay, now these are the specific as far as which way you put them in. So if you put it in before you actually pop it back into the headlight, just go ahead and hit your flasher and double check just to make sure. If it's not working, just take it out, flip it, and put it back in. Okay, I'm almost positive this is the way, and I will double check. I am going to give you guys before and afters, as I mentioned, but that easy. All right, so now we just go back in, and what I do, I actually look in the front of the headlight because you can look in and see the hole, and it just makes it very easy to get the bulb line back up, because of course these LASFIT bulbs are a little bigger, so you just get it lined up. You could kind of feel it in there. Turn clockwise, lock it into place, double check by just giving it a little tug, and it's in there. It's that easy. Repeat the process on the driver's side. You're done with the front. All right, so for the rear turn signal, it's going to be the 7440A. Again, I mentioned these up in the front. You could use these for the front turn signals. You are going to use them for the rear. Okay, to get it, the rear turn signal, very simple. Now this, you do have to remove a couple bolts, but it's not hard at all. First, we have to remove this black panel, okay? Just take a plastic pry tool. You can start up the top and just, you're dealing with plastic, obviously, so just do this very carefully. Just kind of pry it up nice and slow while you can see I'm grabbing it from the inner circle there. I'm going to come down and do the bottom, and it'll just kind of pop off. If it's giving you a little trouble, there's an edge right here between the light and the plastic piece. Just very carefully so you don't break it, and it'll eventually just pop loose. And that's what the back looks like. You can see that there's multiple points where it attaches there. So just kind of work your way around it, it'll come off. Once you have that off, all we have to do are remove these two 10mm bolts. Okay, very simple. Ratchet, whatever you have. I'm going to use my drill with the 10mm on the end of it. Just going to take those 2 bolts out. Now once you have them out, I'm going to switch spots with my wife here. What you want to do is take the tail light, and you're going to want to come straight back. Don't try to pop it out or anything like that. You just want to come straight back, and it's honestly not that hard to pop it off. Okay, and it's held on. There's a little silver knob right here that goes into that spot there, and then if my wife can come around here real quick, you can see there's a plastic piece right here that goes into a groove in the front of the light. Okay, and I'll show you when we go to put it back on, you do have to get them lined up. But now that we have it free like this, we have access to the bulb. It's this gray connector right here. So just like the rest of them, you're going to go counterclockwise. Pop it out. There's the halogen. We're going to remove the halogen. And again, 7440A is what we're going to be using back here. Look very, very similar to the 7443s. They're almost identical, a little bit of a difference, but so you're just going to pop those in. Same thing, if they don't work, before I button everything up, I'll check. But if it doesn't work, just take it out, flip it, put it back in. All right, so then we'll come down here, get it back into the slot. Get it in the proper position. And we're going to go clockwise until you'll actually hear it click into place as well, but you'll feel it as well. All right, so now when you go to put the light back on, what you want to do is that green part up here, this is where it's going to sit. Okay, so make sure you have that lined up. This end is going to slide right into the green stem. And at the same time, you have to kind of make sure you have the silver knob lined up with that hole. All right, if you do those 2 things, it's going to go right back in very easily. Once you have them lined up, it's going to line the 2 holes where the bolts go are going to line right back up over the spots for the bolts. All right, just give it a nice, make sure it's in there nice and tight. Put your bolts back on, and you're now done with the rear turn signal. Well, actually, I'll show you that that plastic piece. We'll put that on real quick as well. You obviously don't over tighten those either. As you saw, I kind of stopped. You know, you want them snug, of course, but you're dealing with plastic. All right, so now this you're just going to take and just kind of line it back up. I'll start with this edge here. There's really no right or wrong, to be honest. I've done it both ways, and it doesn't seem to be easier one way versus the other. If you're having trouble getting it popped on, start out here. Okay, and then just kind of work your way around it until it snaps back in. All right, just like that. And it should be flush all the way around, okay? That's all there is to it. You're now done with the rear turn signals. Let me show you the reverse lights and the license plate. Reverse bulbs are the T15 right there. All right, super easy to do. Just need a plastic pry tool for these. No bolts to remove or anything. So up underneath the hatch, you're gonna see a panel that looks just like this. There's gonna be one on each side. All right, take your plastic pry tool, and on the top, you'll see a little bit. I'll take a picture and put it on your screen in case it doesn't show up well, but there's a little bit of a groove that you can't miss. That's where you're gonna wanna put your plastic pry tool. Just get it up in there, start prying down, and it'll pop loose. There's 2 hinges that go in the bottom, so that's why you want to pry from the top. All right, once you do that, the reverse bulb is right here. You can't miss it. All right, so again, counterclockwise, pop it out. We're gonna remove the halogen, and same story. We're just gonna take the LASFIT. The reverse bulb looks like this. Hopefully you can see it. I know there's a little bit of a glare looking up, but all right, so we're just gonna pop it in. And these, I'm honestly not sure if these are specific as far as, you know, if it doesn't work, just flip it, and you know, that's all there is to it. But I'm honestly not sure if the reverse bulbs are specific. The turn signals I know are. But now, because these reverse bulbs are a little bit bigger, you kind of have to like finagle them up there a little bit because they're longer than the stock. But it's not that hard. It's just kind of wiggle them up in there. All right, so then we'll get it lined up in the proper position. there, go clockwise. Again, you'll feel and hear it click into place. And then take your panel, the bottom 2 hinges, put them in their spot, and just kind of hinge it up, and it'll click right back in. All right, repeat the process on the other side, and your reverse bulbs are done. Last but not least, the license plate lights. These are very simple to get at as well. I'm not sure why some people out there think these are difficult to do, but I'm going to show you how to do it. It's going to take all of 2 minutes to get these done. They're the LT10s, just like we use on the inside of the vehicle. All right, so all you want to do is, I'll have my wife come in here. Now this, I'm going to use a very small flathead screwdriver. Okay, you can probably use a plastic pry tool, but it's a little bit harder to get up in this little groove. There's a tiny little edge right here that you can see that's meant to get something in there. Now just be careful, because you don't want to scratch the car, and we're not using a plastic pry tool anymore. Just get your screwdriver up in there, pry that edge off. The black piece comes off that easy. All right, now when you get to this part, here's the lens. Now, I've seen people do some crazy things to try to get this off. Grab it with pliers, it just all sorts of things. This is all you literally have to do. On each side of the clear lens, right here and right here, there's little holes. They almost look like screw holes, but they're not. If you take the tip of your screwdriver, put it in the hole right there, and then just gently pry back, you're gonna see it'll pop off relatively easily, and there it is. It's that simple. You don't have to do anything fancy to get those off. We now have access to the bulb. Just pull the bulb out. Grab the LASFIT LT10. Pop it up in there. Now, in order to get the clear lens back on properly, what you want to do, I'm going to hinge this side of it. And what I mean by that is I'm going to kind of hinge this side on and then snap this side back. And you're actually going to hear it click back into place. That's how you know it's on there properly and it's on there nice and secure. So I'll try to get my fingers out of the way. But so what I'm doing is I'm hinging it on this side and then popping it. And you can hear that click. Okay, now you know it's on there nice and secure. That's all you have to do. Okay, take your black piece, kind of the same deal. You're gonna kind of hinge it on there. So just line up the inside corner, like the inside, I mean this side here. Get that in place, and then I'll get my hand out of the way and just kind of push that other side up in there. Make sure it's all nice and flush all the way around, and you're done. All right, that's simple. Those license plate bulbs are not hard. You don't have to do anything special with pliers or anything trying to get that clear cap off there. You have a higher chance of breaking it by doing stuff like that. So just use that little tip I just showed you with the point of the screwdriver. Get it in that hole, just gently pry it back off, and it'll pop off that easy. All right, repeat the process on the other side. You're all done. All right, guys, there you have it. That easy to get all of the exterior bulbs swapped over to LASFIT LEDs. Very, very simple to do. If I wasn't making this video, I would have this entire car done in less than 10 minutes, no joke. Discount codes will be down below, as well as links will be down below for you. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Very, very simple process. And as you saw in the clips, I know lighting isn't always the greatest to catch on camera, but you can clearly see what a difference these things make. So it's well worth it, in my opinion. Give them a look. Any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. We'll get them addressed for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.